What's up, y'all? Back at it again. Another NC Niners Talk. I'm Nicholas, and this is my papa, Carlos.
What's up?
Today we have a very special guest, Dave Canal.
What's up with it? Let's go.
What's up?
What's up? Today we're going to review the Niners vs Cardinals win. You know, CMC he balled out, had a big game. So did Purdy. And then we're going to preview the Niners vs Cowboys game.
Big game. All right.
Last week, Purdy, almost perfect. 20 of 21 passing.
Yeah.
You know, we were talking about it before last week on the preview, where people just want to see him fall.
Yeah.
And Purdy just silenced the haters even more with a even better game.
Yeah.
And 20 of 21 is not easy against any team. And he, people question his arm. He bombed it once to Ayuk. Ayuk is on a different level right now.
He's playing for confidence.
Kittle, Debo he barely got the ball, and the CMC, don't even have to say it too much on that. 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
It's just insane. And, the defense, let the Cardinals drive down, 99-yard drive, but defense will be there. I trust the defense, and, they're just going to hit on all cylinders. What do you think?
Like you said, it just kind of piggyback on what you said with how the Niners played overall. I think they played almost just an impeccable game. We're playing teams that want to get to us. I think they just want to beat us, because I think a lot of people are noticing that we're the number one team in the league, bottom line, from top to bottom, on both sides of the game, both sides of the
Except Skip.
Skip is Skip. I mean, what can you say? I mean, defense, yes, we get up the 99, right, which I really didn't like. However, I mean, we're also playing all the professionals. I mean, they're also getting paid, and I don't think we're going to have that perfect game defensively, but we're dominating these teams overall.
That's the difference between us and the Cowboys. We're going to get to that later.
Yeah, so it's just, I mean, offensively, defensively, we're hitting all cylinders. I mean, what can you say with CMC? I mean, 4 touchdowns. I wish they get him that 5th touchdown, but
You could have 5.
He should have 5, but it is what it is. But just one thing about Purdy, no one's talking about him, and it's okay. It's fine. Sometimes, to be honest with you, I always go on YouTube or ESPN or NFL Network to see if they're talking about the Niners, and they don't, which is okay, because haters are going to hate. It's just okay. And I like that. I want them to go under the radar. I like that. I mean, sooner or later, they're not going to be under the radar, but just under the radar. Don't talk about them. It's fine, because like you said, they're waiting for Purdy to just fall, and I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. And
he'll probably have those games where he missed a couple throws, but he just on another level.
I don't know what they're waiting for him to do. I mean, he's doing what he needs to be. He's doing what they're asking him to do, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think, Dave?
No, I mean, I think he fits. I mean, I think Shanahan, found his guy, man. And this kid is just, he does all the things that need to be done, right? And it's I don't know. I don't get caught up in all the everything that's happened before with the picks and Lance and everything like that. I'm past it. I think a lot of fans need to move forward, because they're missing what's happening right now.
100%.
And this kid is like, I keep hearing about, he don't got a strong arm, they nitpick him with everything. And that throw to Ayuk, that 40-yarder, right? When I watched it, and I watched it back again, I heard the announcers, he underthrew it a little. When you watch it, though, there's a defender up top.
Yeah.
I think he underthrew it on purpose.
Yeah.
Because if you look at that pass, this is an opinion. When you watch it on film, nobody could have gotten to that ball except for Ayuk, right? And it's like, I think all this smoke about Purdy not being legit, and we're missing the fact that this kid is doing everything he needs to do. And another thing about Ayuk, bro, and I was talking to Nico about this earlier today. Every single catch that this kid has made this season in the first 4 games has either been for a first down or a touchdown.
Yeah.
And so with that being said, everything is impactful with this guy, right? Yeah. Everything that he's doing is meaningful in a game script, right? He caught a ball and it's 2nd and 4 now. Like, everything is like, it's moving chains, right?
Yeah.
And I'm saying too, like, with CMC, I mean, like, I'm gonna be 40 years old. I've watched my share of Niner football in my time, right? And we've had the Frank Gores and the Ricky Waters.
Hurst.
And Garrison Hurst, who's one of my personal favorites.
Yeah.
Roger, and, guys from way before when I was born with the, Earl Coopers and the Hugh McElhaney's and Joe the Jet Perry, whatever. This is the best Niner running back I've ever seen. I know we've only had him for a year, and almost a full game. We're almost at a year of worth of film.
We have him for so long and breaking records.
Sorry, man. And this is no disrespect to guys like Frank who were here for such a long time. Frank's amazing. This guy might win MVP this year if things keep going the way they're going right now.
Should.
It's a quarterback's award. This kid's running away with it. He just does nothing but score.
Yeah, he should be number one in the top. But again, back to what you were saying about Purdy. I mean, he's doing what he needs to be doing, right? Exactly. He just does what he needs to be doing. So that's all we want. So with all these weapons, he's playing with what I see in him is calmness. For some reason, he's such a young quarterback, he's let the game slow down, and that's really hard for us.
Jimmy G was always happy feet, so
it's really hard for a young player for the game to slow down. It takes a couple of years for that, especially for a quarterback. And you can tell all these first round picks, even the veterans, some of these veterans are not playing the way he's playing right now, which is
you can't sell short the fact that this guy had 4 years of college experience in a power conference and had some big games in college. And it's I feel he don't get rattled. And you see him making those progressions in real time. I'm confident when that ball gets snapped that if his first read isn't open, that the play isn't blown. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You see it in his body language. I'm still telling people right now, over these first 4 games, my favorite play from him so far through the first 4 games was when he wheeled out of the pocket against Pittsburgh. And that blindside rusher was coming, and he waited to the last second to spin left.
Yeah. And there was Minka too.
Right. And I wouldn't have been mad if he had to throw it away at that point. I wouldn't have been mad if he would have had to tuck it and run for 2 yards and run out of bounds. But he threw for a first down. Yeah. On the road, and I've been to Pittsburgh. I know it. I know what it's like as far as how the crowd is and how much they affect the game at Heinz Field or whatever they call it now, right? And I was there when Cat played Pittsburgh, and he didn't have it. I'm sorry, he didn't have it like this kid did. And this kid went out there, and we could have put up a 40 burger on those guys. You know what I'm saying?
We're averaging 30, right?
Yeah. And outside of him having a couple of, he fumbled the ball a couple of times and lost one against literally a top 5 pass rusher in the league, going up against a right tackle who had his first game as a starting right tackle where he knew he was going to be starting for a season. Cool. That's fine. It's everybody's clicking right now, and I don't care how early it is. I think we take it a game at a time, right? We're focusing on the Cardinals and how this went. Right now, all we're worried about is Dallas. You know what I'm saying? And how things are going to go there. But I don't want to get ahead of myself in the sense of okay, well, it's going to be this or that.
Yeah.
But I also don't want to sit back and be so modest about what's going on that I'm not enjoying it as a fan. This is fun. Yeah. I watched that game yesterday in my back room here on TV, and I couldn't stop smiling. It was hard, even with and I was telling Nico today too. The Cardinals aren't as bad as people thought they were going to be, and they did that. I mean, they went and beat Dallas.
Yeah.
Right, and they came and they played hard against us. I ain't gonna sit here and act like we just rolled them. I mean, I think the score is we beat them by 19, right? Or
19,
right?
We're up by only 5 points at one point.
Right, and they hit the edges hard on us. Dobbs is a baller. I mean, he's a gamer. We're not gonna sit here and argue against that. Yeah. And they were physical. I give them that. They really came out and they tried to win that game. We're just better than them, and we proved it.
That's it. That's the whole point that we've been talking about in the last few years. We played teams that are not as good as us, and we kind of played down to their level, and we didn't finish them off. In fact, some games that those teams will beat us, and we killed ourselves with mistakes.
Yeah.
Couldn't move the chains, couldn't run
against the Chiefs.
Yeah. So it's just
let it go.
It's a lot of things, So talking about Dallas, a big matchup. A lot of people actually thought they were going to go these two teams were going to go undefeated and face each other.
I was one of those people.
We were talking about it. We were like 200.
We thought we were going to go undefeated, but I find there's a lot of teams in the NFL right now that have a lot of flaws. Niners, to be honest with you, it's not because I'm a Niner fan, but I find them to be just very complete. Bottom line, they're just complete. Yeah. Dallas has played teams who's given them the games. All right, so here comes Week 5 with Dallas Cowboys. What's your biggest take on this week with Dallas?
I'll start off by giving credit where credit is due. Right, Dallas's defense is legit. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and act like they ain't got. I mean, Micah is, in my opinion, it's between him and Bosa, but those are the two best pass rushers in the NFL. Right, Myles Garrett's up there, T.J. Watt's up there for sure, but like Micah's a monster. Right. And, he moves around on defense, right? He don't sit on one side. He likes to dip around. And I am a little worried about that right side. Yeah. And Kittle might not. And, I don't know. I'm not an analyst. But from my opinion, you might want Kittle over on that right side to help with Colton. Sure. I'm not worried about Trent. I ain't never worried about Trent. I don't care about how many guys you bring on his side. I'm not worried about that. But you might not see a lot of Kittle in the skill area because he might be in there kind of helping out with things, right? Or I'm wrong. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Right. But them losing Trayvon Diggs is major, right? I think any team loses their number one corner, especially if they're really good, it's going to hit you. And, we're not the Giants and we're not the Patriots. Mm-hmm. Saying I don't know. It's going to be something. But I think if we can keep, forget all the extra stuff. If we play the way we're supposed to play, it's going to be a hard day for Dallas. And I'll tell you right now, Niner fans at that game, because I'll tell you like this, the crowd's going to factor into that game, and I'll tell you why. These tickets are not cheap. Yeah, I'm a ticket holder. Yeah. See, ticket-wise, for me, it was the most expensive game of the year. And I'm telling you, on the resale market, these things are 5, 6, 7 times what they're going for. Yeah. And people are traveling from all over the country. I guarantee this. I know this for a fact. Niner fans are coming from everywhere for this game. I'm spending a week in San Francisco, making a party out of it, right? And, I know a lot of season ticket holders where if they're not going themselves, they made sure they sold these tickets to Niner fans, right? Sure. For sure. Yeah, it's going to be a red out like it should be at home. I'll tell you right now. And Dallas ain't going to like that. They're not going to like that.
I was talking to a guy yesterday. He went to the game yesterday, last minute, right? So he saw the same tickets. He was trying to buy the same tickets for next week. Mm-hmm. I guess he bought them yesterday. Actually, they were free tickets. Mm-hmm. Same tickets for next week. They were up in the 2K, 3K.
It's ridiculous. And so, I don't know about y'all. If I pay that much for a ticket, I'm getting my money's worth. Yeah. I'm leaving with no voice. I'm leaving everything on the field, and I'm probably not sitting nowhere near it, right? And so it's going to be that's going to be the atmosphere that Dallas is walking into. You know what I mean? And it's something that we already showed what we can do against that team for the most part. We did it last year in the playoffs.
2 years in a row.
Yep. Right. It's what we do, right? And so I think these players know what this rivalry is like because all these guys were there for those last two for the most part, right? And I don't know how they're going to stop. I mean, the thing is offensively, Dak doesn't concern me. Yeah. I don't know what he's going to do different this time around that he didn't do the first 2 times we played him when it really counted. I think CeeDee Lamb is nice. I think Brandon Ayuk in how we run things is just as good as CeeDee Lamb as far as the game script and the play making that they make for their specific teams. Yeah. I don't think if you were to offer me CeeDee Lamb for Brandon Ayuk right now, if I would take that trade. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm good with where we at because I like the way he works in our system. Yeah. I like Tony Pollard. I just, I don't know. I mean, against last week, I watched their game against the Patriots last week or yesterday, and they didn't need to do that much on offense.
Exactly.
Patriots made mistakes. They capitalized on those mistakes. That's the one thing. You turn the ball over against Dallas, and they make you pay for it. Right?
Short fields. That's the thing. Yeah. So a lot of these teams they've beaten up on have given them short fields. Right.
Right.
That's something I heard Shannon Sharp talking about. Is these teams who have they beaten on by a lot have given them very short fields. A lot of mistakes, a lot of issues. But when they're playing some good teams or some teams that are very, very physical, when they play the Cardinals just hit them on the mouth and keep hitting them on the mouth. And guess what? That's what we do.
Yeah.
Run, and then it's going to open our passing.
And that takes away Micah Parsons because, the run game with Arizona that 1 week, they were running, and then got Micah Parsons out track, and then the pass game was there, the play action. They got one 70-yard play to set him up for final touchdown to seal the win. Niners just got to run the ball, punch them in the mouth as they did these last few years. They just run. They don't got to win. They don't got to put up so many points if they're liking Dak up, and that's the difference between the Niners and the Cowboys, where the Cowboys, the defense might have an off game just like the Cardinals, where the Niners had an off game with the defense against the Cardinals, but they put up 35. We
carry each other, right? And and the other part too, we're talking about offense, we're talking about defense. What about Moody? This kid is money, right? And I was telling another person I was talking to, I work in mental health, bro, and kicking is a mental game, man, right?
Sure.
And when he was bricking in preseason,
man,
I'm sure it was a lot that he was going through, bro. And I think this kid is one of those type of athletes that's he needs that kind of chaotic moment, the everything's on the line kind of thing. Because preseason is preseason. I don't care if you're missing kicks in preseason, right? And he goes out there and he buries it, and he's solid. And you're right. We hit on all cylinders. Yeah. Offense, defense, special teams, coaching. We're and the fans, right? I'm telling you, we are a part of this game. You see it. You saw it in LA because we do that every year.
Yeah.
And I said, we are one of the best traveling fan bases in all of sports in America.
Look at we're in Pittsburgh.
Basketball, football, soccer in the United States. We really are that. We do that.
Yeah.
And we've been doing that.
Look at Mexico. Right? They play in Mexico. It's another home game.
Exactly. It's what the fans, the faithful show out. And it's nothing new. It's nothing new. We're not the only team that does that, but we're one of the best at it. And I think this team, when one component of it is struggling, the others can pick it up.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that's what playoff teams do, right? And I do think Dallas is a playoff team this year. I really do. I don't know if they're winning their division, but I can see them squeaking in as a wild card. I can see them having to come back to Levi's at some point, and then having to go back to Arlington with their tails tucked at the same time. I'm not afraid of them. No. I'm not afraid of them. And even if I was talking to Nico about this earlier, we're probably not going to go undefeated, right? We know that. It doesn't happen. I don't know. I'm one of them people. I'm not going to sit here and be 17-0. I don't see it happening. Something's going to happen. I was telling Nico earlier, let's lose that Rams game when we're 15-1 or 14-2 and whatever, and rest guys and whatever. I don't care. I don't care about regular season like that. But when we walk into the playoffs, it's war.
Yeah. So that was what I was telling him during yesterday's game. I was like, this is our Niners defense compared to the Dallas Cowboys defense is a big difference. So they don't have studs on the linebacker area. We do. So we got studs on the defensive line. We have studs on the linebackers. We have studs in the cornerbacks and safeties.
All units.
Yeah. So each unit is all pros. So what happens is on Dallas is so on Dallas, if they passed off the defensive line, I don't see their linebackers doing anything. So that's the biggest difference between us. That if we pass our linemen, here comes the linebackers. Here comes if our linebackers are not getting it, here comes our safeties and hitting hard. Yeah. So with this,
get past Bosa, Armstead, Hargrave, and McClellan. Good luck getting past that. And then even if you do, you got Fred Warren and Dre Greenlaw waiting for you, and maybe you pass that. Ufang is better to light you up.
Just different levels, man.
They fly to the ball. They fly to the ball.
And I think in this game, I think, like you mentioned, if we play the way we've been playing, the way we should be playing, take care of the ball, we don't have to score a lot, like he mentioned. Just play tough D. Don't take care of the ball. We should be okay. Yeah, we should be winning
Purdy,
this game.
He's been doing what he's asked for, like you said, and he's doing more than that. So Purdy just he's doing more than that. Throwing the ball very well. Like he doesn't need to do all this, and he's doing it, which is making this 49er offense on another level, especially with the play calling from Kyle Shanahan. CMC, like Deebo didn't even have a catch, and
I think he was more of a decoy this last game, just to rest.
And we can afford that.
Yeah.
How many teams could say that? One of your top players are just going to use him as a decoy.
Two first team All-Pro players had 4 touches combined, and they won by 20.
Yeah, exactly. And like, I don't want to hear he don't throw 40 yards. He don't have to. He could throw the ball 7 yards, and one of those skill players can catch it and turn it into 40 yards.
His accuracy.
Like, move the ball, move it. Kyle schemes these guys are so open when they catch the passes. Ayuk's route running is off the charts.
It is
off the charts. And the run game, like these linemen are pulling and getting places where, I mean, how often do we see McCaffrey get a handoff and get tackled behind the line of scrimmage? It happens once or twice a game.
Yeah,
at that. But he touched the ball and he rolls 6-7 yards. I almost expect it now.
He doesn't get hit until he hits the linebackers. He's hitting like 4 or 5 yards.
I'm hoping Elijah Mitchell is healthy and can step in a little bit more. I like him when we have a lead and like he's just kind of
mix, little rest.
CMC. I'm fine with that. Like I'm fine with that. And Jordan Mason stepped in a little bit and he didn't do anything crazy, but he touched the ball 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. He was positive 2 here, 2, 3 here, 4 there.
Had a first down catch too.
Yeah, he had a first down catch, right? Like I mean, he and that's fine. Like, and we got TDP back there if it need be as well, right? I think at this point, like I was telling my boy the other day, I'm like, bruh, my old self can probably punch it in from the one with this offense. You know what I'm saying? Like, let alone a guy like Christian McCaffrey, where I mean, are we sitting here doubting? It's almost like the way Jalen Hurts is when they do that push. Yeah, when they need a yard, they're getting. Yeah, they're getting. And so like when we're inside the goal line, it's I don't like I was telling my other boy, like, bro, if we're ever in a situation like we were against the Ravens in that first Super Bowl we lost, where it's 1st and goal, like
you better run that.
With this team, I mean, with that team, I thought we should have did it, but we didn't run the ball. This time around, I really feel like if we're in that clutch moment, I really do feel like this could be that year, and I never say that. I'm one of them fans that I don't count my chickens before they hatch.
All right.
But if we're gonna do it, our window is getting smaller and smaller by the year. So they are doing well with the cap. And figuring things out. So that's a shout out to Jed York, something I never thought I would say in my life. And like, I don't know, but this core needs a ring.
They do. And we all need it.
And this, I'm really hoping this is the year that they follow through and make it happen, man.
So what you think? Give us a score for this week's game.
I'm not big on. What's crazy? I'm not big on like score predictions. It's kind of, I'm more of like a.
So who do you think is going to win then? Win or lose?
Well, no. I mean, the Niners are going to win this game. I'm one of those guys. I think more about like prop scenarios, right? Like I see CMC getting obviously over 100 scrimmage yards. Scrimmage yards. I see Deebo having a bigger game this week than he had last week.
I think he's gonna feed in this game.
And I think Brandon Ayuk is going to make somebody look silly, bro. And I think Charvarius Ward picks off Dak.
I think
I'm gonna put that out there. I think Ward gets a pick on Dak, and I think Bosa has a better game than Parsons
for sure. Oh man, all good.
I want to go back and see how much of this I'm right about, but
let's do it.
I mean, Kyle Shanahan, as you saw last game, Deebo didn't get the ball a lot. I feel that was on purpose. Kyle Shanahan he did have a very different scheme this game, and he's get a lot more people involved. As we don't want CMC getting the ball 30 times, getting hurt. I feel they're gonna share the ball in this game, and CMC, obviously, I feel he's gonna have that same CMC game. But I see Deebo having a good running game as well. Like, I feel he's gonna have a big run,
sweeps and stuff.
I feel he's gonna have one of those sweeps where CMC's he's just dominating, and then here comes Deebo on the sweep. Everybody, he just decoy. Deebo's sit, and I feel he can break off like a 40-yard run, and that's just gonna get momentum. And I see Purdy balling out.
Yeah,
Last year in the playoffs, Purdy didn't make mistakes. Only scored like 19 points.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't really throw for any touchdowns, but I feel he's gonna ball out this game. As you see. I feel it's gonna be close, but not that close. Like they're gonna pull away like in the second half. Like first half, it'll probably be close, and then second half, the Niners pull away in the second half as usual. So I got the Cowboys scoring 20, and the Niners around 34.
34. Well, I've been picking the Niners to score. Even last year, I've been having them score more than 28 points each game. I feel that's the minimum I feel they could score. And some games they're gonna have to score that because they're gonna be playing some teams that they can score, and our defense is not gonna be that perfect, right? I mean, what defense is? I don't see this. I mean, this team's so good they should not score any less than 28. That's just me though. And so far it's been that. So I feel they're gonna score more than 20 points again. I think they're gonna get 30, 35, 36 points more or less this game. The only difference is Dallas is gonna get skunked. I think they're going to about maybe 13. Out of respect, I mean, they're going to move here and there, 13, maybe to 15 points at most. I don't feel it's going to be crazy easy, but I think, like we've been saying it all throughout the show, the Niners play their ball the way they've been playing. There shouldn't be no reason why they should come out on top in this game, and there's no reason why they shouldn't dominate this game.
I feel you on that. Yeah, I mean, you know what? Okay, you guys got me. I'm going to go ahead and say 31-17. I think the Niners make one mistake on defense that gives up a touchdown.
Yeah. One of those, like deep pass or something. And
I think they might get one later, and they'll settle for a field goal on a drive. I think as long as the Niners don't turn the ball over and doesn't give their defense an opportunity to score, they're not lighting us up. Right. And, so I'm 31-17.
I got you.
I could be 31-13, bro. I don't know. I'm gonna give them a little bit more respect.
Yeah, for sure. That's why I
touchdowns at home. 31-17. Call it.
Yeah, my 20 is like, I feel like that's gonna be like a little bit of a garbage time. They got no
huddle at the end and field goal.
I'm not bad at it either way, man. W's a W is a W. Give me a W. I'm trying to be
5-1.
Hey man, they can win 3-0. I could care less.
Against the Cowboys.
Safety 2-0.
Gotta get a dub. Make it 5-0.
All right, man. That was awesome, man.
That was a good one. Nice talking to you.
We gotta do it again.
Hey, let's do it again. We'll do it again this season for sure, man.
Thank you for joining us.
Good one. All right. Appreciate you coming.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let's go Niners. 5-0. Let's do it.